I anchored the rope and went down into the pitch darkness. Finally, I touched ground. I was in a sewer composed of narrow passages. There were channels of rotten water and narrow sidewalks, and the typical pipes and waste everywhere. It smelled like shit. The putrid air was barely breathable. But once my lungs got used to that stench, I started to investigate my surroundings. First off, I had to check the depth of the water. I dipped the severed arm in the water to calculate the depth. As soon as I did, it started shaking. When I pulled it back out, there was nothing but bones. I couldn't explain what I saw, but my instincts told me this water might be dangerous. I'm not gonna lie, I had trouble getting where I needed to go. In fact, I had to build a floating platform to get through. Worse yet, everything down there was out for my blood.
Hold on, Mr. Fox. What exactly did you say attacked you?
What you just heard. Some sort of hybrid between piranha and human.
A human piranha attacked you? I see. And in your opinion, could you elaborate how this hybrid could exist?
That question kept gnawing at the back of my brain the entire day. I dwelled on it over and over again. And after seeing everything I saw on that base, their facilities, their experiments, their labs, I reached the only logical explanation.
And what was that, Mr. Fox?
A creepy scientist must have wanted to create a child of his own, but realizing he accidentally used piranha DNA, he deemed the child a monster. He held it up, looked deep into its fishy, loving eyes, and flushed it down the toilet with no care for its feelings.
Holy Jesus.
When the piranha ended up in the sewers, it started multiplying and shared its story of betrayal to all of its new piranha offspring, the same ones that attacked me. I considered floating the drums on the water and walking across, but they weren't very stable.
Son, do you copy?
Copy, Colonel.
I've been trying to contact you.
There was no signal down in the sewers.
Have you already escaped? Where are you now?
Not much progress. I should still be near the prisons.
Are you kidding me, Fox? You're still too damn close. You need to travel farther before coming topside.
I know, but there are sewer channels blocking my way.
Then build something to cross them, Fox. Find some materials. Where are you exactly?
I think I'm in the office of some sort of officer.
You should search for classified files about Operation Jericho. Take them with you. They're up to something. I don't know what. We must find out.
first file was about an attack plan. Its code name was Operation Jericho. I couldn't find many details because it was encoded. But anyone could understand a chart about casualties. Its lines went all the way to the top. Colonel, do you copy?
Copy.
I found some documents. Operation Jericho. Looks like it talks about an attack plan?
Attack? Against what, son?
I have no idea. It's encoded. I'll keep searching for more documents, Colonel.
Operation Jericho is a rumor only known by a few officers and, of course, the enemy. How did you find out about it, Mr. Fox?
As I told you, Colonel Harris asked me to search for files about it.
The deceased Colonel Harris? Yes.
I had the feeling that this officer didn't believe anything I was saying.
It's understandable. I don't believe you either.
Oh, really? Well, Miss Incredulous, why ask me to tell you the story?
Well, I like the way you tell it. And since there are no theaters here.
Great.
So, what was Operation Jericho?
It turns out that location was actually a clandestine base, with a company codenamed X-Army, commanded by someone named General X. They were planning a large-scale attack against Allied posts.
And that plan was?
Be patient. That comes later.
Hey! Don't be like that. Come on, tell me!
The officer that was taking my statement was also curious about what I knew.
And what exactly do you know about Operation Jericho, Mr. Fox?
That it was a hell of an operation. Harris and I knew the details thanks to the files we found. Correction, I found.
Again, how much did you exactly find out?
Let me continue. You'll find out later.
Sergeant Rosco here. What? Escaped? How? Through the sewers? Shit! No, don't send anyone. If he hides like a rat, he will die like a rat. Switch on the shredders. Huh. Did I just hear a rat? Get out from your hole, you cowardly vermin! Look what the cat dragged in. The escaped prisoner. You've got some big balls coming here, rodent.
The situation was foobar. He was armed and hunkered down behind his desk. I was screwed.
So what did you do?
In 5 nanoseconds, I scrutinized the room and noticed a very subtle detail. There was a large globe in the middle of the room. I already had what I needed to take him down.
Pissing me off! Damn you!
Boss defeated.
Shredders. That asshole Rosco ordered to have them activated. Later they would be a pain in my ass, but they'd end up saving it too. As I proceeded down the sewer sidewalk, I noticed a path nearby I couldn't reach.
Why not?
It was across the sewer water.
What was the distance to the other side?
A yard, more or less.
Couldn't you just jump it?
Since I was captured, I didn't jump a single time, and I wasn't going to start now. I realized I needed something to cross to the other side. Colonel, do you read me?
Loud and clear, Fox.
Still looking for something to cross the channels.
Roger. Report back as soon as you find anything.
Heading east, I ran into a hound.
A puppy. You didn't hurt it, did you?
A puppy? That monster was the size of a horse. Even so, I wanted to see if it was friendly. Puppy, puppy, are you a good boy? But that hound was trained to kill. Its bloody eyes looked at me like I was a well-done steak.
Who's there? Damn cat. Who's there?
Another cat!
Oh, another cat. Base, escaping prisoner. Send. Base, area is clear. Returning to my position.
Heading south, I ran into a couple of trucks. That was my big chance to escape. But first, I had to get rid of the guards.
Base, escaping prisoner. Send backup. Base, area is clear. Returning to my position.
Once the guards were history, I examined the engine. I took a glance and my worst fears came true. It was an old diesel engine with no AdBlue or particulate filter.
What does that mean?
Running away in that truck would have polluted the area with nitrogen oxides and microparticles. and I wasn't willing to sacrifice the environment for a hasty retreat. So I armed myself with patience, and I kept searching for another way to escape.
Well, Jesse, I didn't know you were so eco-friendly.
Well, it's nothing really.
Mr. Fox, I'm still waiting on an explanation for the noose.
Later, officer.
Watch out. There's a guard looking here. If you move, he'll see you.
Tell me when he's not looking.
That bastard won't move. He's over here all the time.
Fuck.
Hold on. I have an idea. Yo, Mike! Mike!
Shut up!
I got pictures of your mom naked in the bathtub. Wanna buy them? Real cheap.
You bastard! I'm done with his shit. Just go shoot that bastard. I'm already on my way.
Nice.
Thanks for the help.
Thank you for knocking out that dick.
By the way, name's Jesse Fox.
I'm Mike.
Hold on. Don't tell me the prisoner was also named Mike.
No. Hold on. It wasn't Mike.
I'm Robert.
Let's see if I can get you out of here, Robert.
Thanks, Fox, but no. If you escape, they'll shoot you. And I'd rather be jailed than buried. You don't have a radio, do you?
Hold on. I'll get one for you. Robert.
Did you get that radio?
Yeah, here you go.
Thanks, Fox. I'll call you if I find out anything.
If you want to talk, use channel 2.
Okay, now get out of here before the guards show up.
Nothing useful.
Hey, Fox, are you there?
Here I am, Robert. Hey, Robert, you don't look like a military man.
Of course not. I'm a photographer.
Hold on. You're not a paparazzi, are you?
Haha, that's right. A paparazzi. And one of the worst kind, too.
Damn, Robert, you must have fucked up royally to end up locked in here.
I've seen things I wasn't meant to, Fox.
Jesse here. Do you copy?
I hear you.
Hey, how did they catch you?
I was in the outskirts of Katsala, taking some pictures of a bunch of military trucks. There was too much security. They were obviously hiding something. I couldn't clearly see what they were loading, so I got closer. Turns out, I got too close. Next thing you know, I was surrounded by a bunch of pricks, aiming rifles at my head.
Did you at least manage to see what they were loading?
Sure did, but I was disappointed.
What did you see?
Concrete.
Concrete? Are you kidding?
2 huge rectangular concrete blocks. Each could barely fit into a truck.
You were imprisoned for a piece of concrete? Fuck, man. I'd be disappointed too.
Too much security for something so mundane. But enough about me. You should get back to your escape, my friend.
I thought about using the pallet as a floating platform, but it would sink under my weight. I needed to attach something to make it float. After making the platform, I had what I needed to cross the sewer channels to freedom.
Hold on, Mr. Fox. The platform just vanished.
What? Of course not. I picked it up every time I got to the other side.
You didn't mention that. Sounded like it vanished.
Well, I didn't feel like I had to mention something so obvious.
Then should I write down that you picked up the platform every time you used it?
Yes, of course.
Well, Mr. Fox, please continue with your story. Mr. Fox, the noose.
Later.
Don't try my patience, Mr. Fox.
How many rats were down there?
None that I remember, but there were squirrels.
Squirrels? In a sewer?
That's right. Turns out the bastards there don't like normal pets like cats or dogs. They go and buy exotic pets. You know, squirrels. Eventually their owners get bored of them and they're flushed down the toilet to drown and die. But 1 in 10,000 mutates and it survives. Then it multiplies. Soon, the sewers are completely infested with mutant killer squirrels. It was horrible. Felt like I was a giant acorn. Inside some debris, I found an old flamethrower. It was in bad condition, but I could fix it. The worst part was the fuel tank was savagely chewed apart. It couldn't be saved, so I set out to replace it. I had to replace the flamethrower's broken fuel tank before I could fill it up. After the repairs, my flamethrower was ready. The tubes were covered in rust, so I took great care to avoid overheating it.
have been very lonely down there.
Nah, I had some company.
And that thing had tentacles?
Well, now that you mention it. It had 24 tentacles. Nearly had that thing dead, but then my luck turned south. The old flamethrower? Broke apart as I continued the fight. So I finished it the old-fashioned way, with my fists.
And that thing had tentacles?
Well, now that you mention it. It had 4 pairs of tentacles. Nearly had that thing dead, but then my luck turned south. The old flamethrower broke apart as I continued the fight. So I finished it the old-fashioned way, with my fists.
Boss defeated.
Mr. Fox, the gallows noose, tell me how you got it.
I'll tell you later.
Enough! You've tried my patience, Mr. Fox. Tell me right now how you got that damn noose. Or I'll kick your ass and throw you in isolation.
Okay. No need for that. I was just about to tell you. I tore out strands of my own hair, one by one, and braided them into a noose. I also applied wax from my own ears to hold it all together.
Is that really how you got the noose?
Of course not. I lied to the officer.
Why?
Because no one threatens me to tell the truth.
Then how did you really get the noose?
I'll tell you later.